everyone else. We are the followers of Ibrahim alayhi salam. His choices, I told you yesterday, his choices affect our choices. His way of thinking needs to become our way of thinking. So we don't think like the majority. We don't do something because everybody does something. We do something because we ask questions and we find the answers. You with me? Okay, this is a really important piece of this. You have your hand up, young man. Tell me, what's on your mind?
I think you're wrong with the, I don't know if you're wrong with the other gods, because I think there's no other God.
I like you. I am wrong about the other gods. You're right, there is no other God. La ilaha illallah. Very good. So he asked this question to his father, and then he says this. He wants to show the entire society why they're wrong. So he put on a show. Ibrahim alayhi salam put on a show. Here's what he did. He says, Allah tells us, He says, كَذَلِكَ نُرِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ مَلَكُوتَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَلِيَكُونَ مِنَ الْمُوقِنِينَ. And that is how we showed Ibrahim alayhi salam the kingdom of all the skies and all the earth. It's one kingdom. It's not lots of kingdoms. It's one kingdom of all the skies and all the earth. What did the other people religion believe? The sun is a different kingdom. The moon is a different kingdom. The rain is a different kingdom. The winds are a different kingdom. Allah said, we showed Ibrahim alayhi salam that the entire universe and beyond is all what? One kingdom, one king, one ruler. That's what Allah showed him. And he was convinced this is the only way this makes sense, is if there's only one king. Otherwise, they're at war with each other. The sun and the moon would start their own intergalactic war, and they both would be destroyed. Something would happen. Something would go wrong. But everything is working in harmony. That means there's one ruler above all of them that keeps them all in check, controls all of them at the same time. You understand? Now he wants to show his entire village how wrong they are. So he goes out there and he puts on a show. And here's the show. فَلَمَّا جَنَّ عَلَيْهِ اللَّيْلُ رَأَى كَوْكَبًا. When the night came, he saw one of the biggest, shiniest stars, planet. The Jupiter looks like a star sometimes. He saw that and he said, قَالَ هَذَا رَبِّي. He said, oh, this is my God. This is my master. Does he believe that that's God? No. Who is he trying to show? People. And people believe that. The people around him believe that. So he says, this is my Rabb. فَلَمَّا أَفَلَ قَالَ لَا أُحِبُّ الْعَافِلِينَ. And when it disappeared, when the star disappeared, he said, I don't love things that disappear. I can't love that stuff I'm not impressed because it disappeared. The star disappeared. Now, this is an important lesson before I give you your first break, because I'm going to keep giving you breaks. Why would Ibrahim alayhi salam say, I don't love those that disappear? Let's think about that for a moment, okay? Ibrahim says, I cannot love those who disappear. If some people believed in a God of, let's say, God of summer, or a God of winter, and the winter didn't come that year, or it wasn't a good winter that year, right? Then that year, they're like, this God didn't show up for me. That God didn't do anything for me. I don't have a good relationship with this God because winter was no good. If they believed in a God of rain, I keep talking about the rain, if they believed in a God and it didn't rain, then people will say what? God, this God, what a terrible season. What a low score on this God. I gave him 2 stars, you know. And if one of their gods is a god of, let's say, fertility or having babies, and there's lots of babies in the village that year, like this God gets 5 stars, right? In other words, when they do something for you, then they're there. And when they don't do something for you, they disappear. So your only relationship with your God is when that God does something for you, and the moment he stops doing something for you, he's not there anymore. Ibrahim alayhi salam is actually also saying, I cannot have a relationship with any of these because none of these are doing something for me all the time. They're not permanent. None of them are permanent. All of them are temporary. The star is temporary. He did this with the moon. The moon is temporary. He did this with the sun. The sun is temporary. And he was showing people that we have a relationship not with these things and their gods. We're supposed to have a relationship with who alone? With Allah. But why is that different? I said something in the beginning of the session, I'm going to end with it. So we connect everything together. I said people used to have different religions, and in these religions there were gods. And what was some of the things about those gods? They used to get easily what? Very good, you remember. They used to get easily angry. And do they do things for you for free? No. You have to do something for them, and then they do something for you. They do something for you only after you do something for them, right? They get jealous of each other. They get jealous of each other. Ibrahim alayhi salam believes in Allah, who, number one, is not, you don't have to be afraid of these always angry and you have to do something to make him unangry, etc. That's not Allah. Number two, and most importantly, He's not there for you when He does something for you and then He disappears when He's not doing something for you. He's always there. He's always there. And He's not doing something for you and waiting for you to do something for Him first and then He'll do something for you. He gave me my eyes. He gave me all my body parts. He gave me my parents. He gave me my mind. He gave me my tongue. He gave me my ability to earn a living. Did I give Him anything yet? No. When there's a baby and the baby's being taken care of inside the mom and outside the mom, when you're being raised, all of the things that are being taken care of, did you make a payment for any of that stuff? Think about how much did you pay for your leg? Because I imagine it's a little expensive. Because if I ask somebody to sell me their leg, right? What are you willing to sell me? Okay, just don't give me both eyes. I'll just buy one of your eyes. Just one, I'll scoop it out. You willing to sell it? No, it's priceless, right? It's priceless. But did Allah charge you for it? And did Allah say, now that I've given you one eye, you better pay me with some, did He? No. This God that Ibrahim alayhi salam believes in already owns everything. He's already the king of everything. So He's not asking you for anything because He already owns everything. Like these other kings, they ask you for stuff because they don't own everything. They need to add to their wealth in some way. But Allah does not need anyone to add to His wealth in any way. And He doesn't disappear. He's not there, when you were having when life was good for you, Allah was there. When life was bad for you, Allah wasn't there anymore. That's just not true. That's the way the other religions think. Allah never disappears. So He says, "Inni wajjahtu wajhiya lilladhi fatara as-samawati wal ard." I am just turning my face, because they used to turn their faces towards these statues. They used to bow to them and put flowers on them and food on them and all this other stuff. He says, the only one I will turn my face towards is the one who created all of this. I will not put any other mini gods next to Him. Wama ana min al-mushrikeen. That's what He says, right? This is His way of showing His people why He believes in this one pure God, one true God that is not like any other gods. Do you think when his dad heard this, do you think his dad said, that makes a lot of sense, son? My 13-year-old boy, this is some deep wisdom you dropped. I'm ready to break all these idols myself. Let's go break the rest of them in the village. Is that what his dad is going to do? And when he shows all of his village that everything that they think is normal is all wrong, do you think the people in this village are going to get offended? Well, they're going to get offended. They're going to get offended. And when people get offended, they could do two things. This is, again, something you have to learn. What did Ibrahim alayhi salam do to make people think?
Destroy all the statues.
No. We're not talking about destroying statues yet. Good. Now you remember, he asked questions. If they wanted to defend their religion, if they wanted to say our religion is right, they could answer his questions. The right answer would be, here is my proof why this religion is right. What's the wrong answer? Everybody does it. Everybody does it is never going to be the right answer for anything, right? By the way, Muslims, forget non-Muslims. Muslims, sometimes do Muslims use everybody does it for their answer? No. Then when we do that, we act less like Ibrahim alayhi salam, we act more like his village. Right? I'm teaching you this story because sometimes we forget that we are supposed to be like who? That's our father. Ibrahim alayhi salam is our father. his fellow villagers are not our father. We can't be acting like them. We got to act like him. We got to be the ones to ask the questions. But there are two ways to have an argument. This is what I'm going to end with. And we're going to unpack that in a couple of minutes, after I give you a break. Wait, give me a second, I'll come back to you, beta. Okay. So, here's what I want to share with you. There's two ways to make an argument. You can make an argument by asking a question and answering a question. Give me your reasons, let me explain my reasons. Give me reasons, explain my reasons. I have a question, you answer the question. That's one way to learn something, to have an argument. Another way to have an argument is to use feelings. One way is to use reasons, and the other one is to use feelings. I'll make it super simple. Two ways to have an argument. I'll say it one last time so it sticks in your head. Two ways to have an argument. You can use reasons and you can use feelings. Let me show you what an argument looks like when you use feelings. I don't want to pray. You're going to pray because I'm your dad. What feeling is the dad putting in his son? Fear. Fear is a feeling, right? Fear is if the dad said, well, you should pray because Allah commanded us to pray, and if you don't believe that that's something important, let me show you why it's important. Is that a feeling answer or is that a reason answer? That's a reason answer. When you have a discussion, you can either use reasons and you can or use feelings. Which one is true? Are feelings more closer to the truth or are reasons closer to the truth? Reasons are closer to the truth. There's a question, 2 + 2 = 5. Is it? It's very wrong? Imagine, what grade are you in? 3rd grade. 2 + 2 is what? Okay, so there's a kid next to you in class. He's 2 times your size. And he wrote 2 + 2 is 5. And you're like, hey, that's wrong. And he says, 2 + 2 is 5. And what do you say to him?
It's wrong.
I said 2 + 2 is 5.
It's still wrong.
I think you don't understand what I'm saying to you. What argument am I using? I'm using a feeling. I'm trying to manipulate a feeling, right? Fear. Or for example, your mom says, come eat dinner. And you don't come and you say, I made such good food and you still didn't come. Is your mom using what? Guilt? Maybe guilt, right? You can use guilt, you can use fear, you can use anger, you can use shame, you can use any of these feelings, right? The people of Ibrahim a.s. came to him and they said to him, we're worried about you. You're saying these strange things, everybody's talking about you. We don't want you to do this to yourself. We like you. Why are you talking about this invisible God? You have all these wonderful gods right here. What's gone wrong with you? You're from such a good family. Your dad even made this one. That one, your dad made that one. Aren't you ashamed that you're making your dad look bad? How could you do this to your family? How could you do this to your people? You should just stop doing this. What are they using to try to turn Ibrahim a.s. away? Feelings. Did Ibrahim a.s. use feelings or did he use reasons? So there's a battle in the world. There's a battle in the world between people who follow reason and people who follow feelings. There's two different things. And we're going to see how Ibrahim a.s. is going to respond to him being attacked with feelings instead of him being attacked with reasons. With reasons. So I'm going to give you guys a 5-minute break and then we're going to come back and try to finish this discussion. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You can ask me the questions off the mic.
Here's a sneak peek of the next episode of What Everyone Should Know About Abraham.
When you follow reasons, there will be lots of people who will make you feel bad about it. I'll say it again. When you follow the truth, there are plenty of people who are going to make you feel ashamed for following the truth. And this will happen not just when you're a kid, not just when you're in college, not just when you get married. This will happen your entire life. if your religion is being decided by what people think, then you may think you have Islam, but you definitely don't have the religion of Ibrahim.